Good morning, Cece Cheney here, and today I want to talk to you guys really briefly about avoiding burnout in your business. I don't know about you guys, but if you're anything like me, you probably have a million things going on in your life. And just a personal update, this past week was a little bit crazy for me. You may have noticed I didn't go live last week, and I had so much that I had to do, right? I had a license renewal. I posted about this yesterday, but I had a license renewal that I kind of forgot about because I have a doctoral degree that I'm working on, right? And so I've been doing all this work, and it hit me, oh my gosh, you have to get 30 CEUs this week, which means that you don't have a whole lot of time to do a whole lot of other things, right? But I have so many things on my plate. I've told you guys I've got several businesses, and I have school, and then I had to work on my professional license. I also had a birthday, which I don't do big things. I don't do like huge celebrations or whatever. But I also had that, and then I've got family obligations and things like that. So it has been crazy. And hey, Jason, thanks for popping on. So those of you guys who know my story, you know my background a little bit, you know that the reason that my life got uprooted, the reason I decided that I had to do something different was because I got really burnt out, right? And so I am much more mindful now of where I'm at, right? I take the time to sort of check in with myself to see, hey, where are you at in terms of your level of burnout? Are you just mildly tired? Are you exhausted? Are you going to need to pack up and move to another country? Right, because that's the far end of the spectrum, because that's sort of historically what's happened when I let myself be too tired for too long. And so sometimes I think of my story as a cautionary tale, right? So those of you guys who don't know me as well, who aren't as familiar with my story, I am a social worker by trade, right? Which means I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I have the highest licensure level for my field, and I did some clinical social work, and I worked with people who were chronically mentally ill, and I saw lots and lots and lots of cases of severe trauma and suicidality and all sorts of things. And I let basically a decade's worth of social work pile up without doing a whole lot to take care of myself. And I got to a space where I was so exhausted and I was so tired, and I was just kind of over it, right? And I picked up and I quit my job, and I sold my home, and I moved to another country. Now, I'm not saying that that's normal, right? Because I don't think your average person would do that. But I knew that I had not done things as well as I should have in terms of my own self-care. And it's funny because as a social worker, we are trained, right? Part of our schooling, like from the very beginning, we're taught burnout and self-care. From the very beginning, as a bachelor student in my bachelor's program, we learned it's important that you take care of yourself because you will likely get burned out, right? Completely the lesson that we learned. But the reality is that when you're super busy, when you have a whole lot going on in life, you don't generally do that. You don't pay attention to the self-care because you're trying to care for so many others, right? And that's what I did. I cared for so many other people that I didn't take enough time to care for myself in that process. And so I've been, really grinding in my business and working really, really hard because I have these really big goals. And I had to check in with myself and say, hey, where are you at? Right? And as you are a business owner, as you are experiencing all the things that happen in your life, right? Because everybody is busy. Everybody has multiple things to juggle. Everybody experiences exhaustion and burnout in their own ways, right? I just wanted to encourage you to take a second to check in with yourself and kind of see, where am I at? I took last week off in terms of Facebook Lives. I did still do some content, and I still did connect with some folks because, I don't leave everything out there, and I'm certainly not at the level of pick up and move again, right? But check in with yourself and then do some things that really take care of yourself, right? And so if you check in with yourself and you say, I'm feeling a little bit tired, small things also work, right? So doing deep breathing exercises, these are things that help me quite a bit. Doing guided meditation. If you're not very familiar with meditation, you have tons and tons of resources online for guided meditations to help you to just center yourself and relax. Taking a day right? To do something nice for yourself, is a great way to care for yourself, right? I saw, something, online recently, and they were talking about taking care of the parts of your body that are required to do your job, right? And so if you use your hands in your job and your hands are tired or whatever, you would go and you would get a hand massage, that sort of a concept. So what sorts of parts of your body are required for you to be successful in your business, right? And so I use my mind a lot. And so one of the areas of my body that I have to take care of is my mind, right? So I have to do some meditation and some breathing. I'm actually currently doing a 3-day fast to sort of get recentered and sort of work on my own goal setting and setting my intentions for this next year of life. And, but doing that. And so I don't think people often think about that. We think about our physical bodies. We think, okay, I do a lot of lifting in my job. So, I need to get a full body massage because my body is tired and sore. And while I think that that's a fabulous thing, right? Because who does not love a massage? Don't also forget that many of us are using our minds nonstop. And so sometimes we need to take that break and care for our minds as well. And so I just wanted to pop on and talk to you guys briefly about self-care and the importance of that. Do not get to the space where you have to, where you get so burnt out that you cannot function, is my cautionary tale to you. So make sure that you're doing things throughout your day, throughout your week, throughout the months of your business that are keeping you well taken care of. And that's all I have for you guys today. I look forward to chatting with you guys more now that I am back and a little bit more recharged, and I will talk with you soon. Ciao.